In this video, I'm going to show you how to use the logo software. So let's get logged in. You're going to see dashboard and cloud files, and over here you're going to see a cogwheel where you can go to your profile or sign out. So cloud files is where you're going to be saving your logos, okay? And that's convenient so that you could come back at any time and edit them if you need to. So I recommend you do that. So after you create your logo in here, you're going to have two options available. You can either download it now or save it to the cloud, okay? Like I said, go ahead and save it to the cloud so you can edit it later. And those files are going to show up in here, okay? So as you can see, I have two in here already. And you have edit this template and download. So that's how you get to your cloud files. All right, let's go back to the dashboard. Let's go ahead and pick a template and get started. So I'm going to go ahead and use this one. You can click the button or the image. Both will load up on the canvas. Okay, so on the left-hand side over here on the menu tab, you have dashboard, background, text, images, and your save key. Let's go ahead and start editing here. So if I click on the icon, it's going to bring up the other icons that I can use that's available, okay? I could either delete this by clicking on the remove button, or I could even upload my own icons if I have some on my computer, right? So pretty convenient. So here's something to note about these icons. So you can't edit these, okay? They're as is. So if my background on my web page was this color purple, I wouldn't want to use this icon because it wouldn't show up, okay? So just keep that in mind when you're creating these icons. Most of the white label in this software is a white background, okay? So it really won't matter too much. But as you can see here, I have something that's white. So you just have to be careful on what you're creating and know what it's going to be on, okay, as far as the background. Now, however, the text over here is completely editable. You can change the fonts and you can change the color of those text. If I click that, you can see right here, I would edit the text here for whatever I want to make it, and that's going to show up on the canvas, so you don't actually edit the text itself on the canvas. You have to do it over here. And you can change your font family right here. You could also increase the text size if you want to, either with the slider bar, or you could use these little drag icons as well. All right, you can do that with the logo as well. Okay, so let me just show you right quick. Now, all of the backgrounds, as you can see, the checkerboarded pattern is representing a transparent background, which means there's no background. And in most cases, you don't want to put a background, like I said, because you don't know what color you're going to be putting this over. So it's best to have a transparent background so that you don't have to worry about that. Unless, of course, the color of your text and icon is the same color as the background on your website. Now, we will talk about the background, because when you click up here on the background button, you're going to be able to add backgrounds behind your logo. Okay, so at the time that I'm making this training video on this logo software, we don't have an undo button for the background feature yet. So whenever you click one of these backgrounds here that added, you won't be able to take it out at this time, okay? You will only be able to click another one to change it. So I think we're going to add in a button in here or undo or something. I'm not sure what Christian's going to do, but he's going to do something for this later on. So at this time that I'm making this training, this is what I recommend. Once you find the logo that you want, okay, and you want to check out different backgrounds, what you could do is save your logo, okay? I'm going to go ahead and save it, and I'm going to save to cloud. All right, I'm going to name this project. Just call it Dragon. Okay, so here we go. Let's go back to the edit template. All right, so now if I go to backgrounds and I choose a background, what I'm kind of wanting to do with this logo is have this bar actually behind right here and kind of make this bigger. So let me just select that. So as you can see now, I can't select it and there's no way to take it off, okay? Even if I hit my delete key, nothing's working. So I have to either pick something else or use what I have, okay? Like I said, we're going to have a fix for this soon. If you get in a bind and you really decide, okay, I don't really want this background after all you have to do is just go back to your dashboard. Don't save it, okay? Just go back to your dashboard, okay? It's not going to save that. Go back to your cloud files and then go back to edit, okay? So you could do this in multiple stages. Like if you want different logos with different looks or whatever, you can just save them as is. And that way you'll have the general one that you want, okay? But let's just say that I did want that background in here, okay? So let's go back to the background tab. And let me add this in because I think this really looks pretty cool together. So we're going to create this custom logo. What I want to do is make the social dragon bigger. So let me move this. So as you can see, the let's talk is above the social. So let's talk about that. Let's say if I wanted this to be behind social, so I could use the send to back and send to front. So it's kind of like in Photoshop, if you ever used Photoshop with layers. Okay, so this one right now is the top layer. This would be the second layer, and the background color would be the third layer. So if I make this to go back, okay, now it's actually behind the social, as you can see. Okay, so that's how that works. Okay, so what I want to do here is I want to make this social dragon bigger. And like I said, there's two ways to do this. You can either drag it here, or you can use your text slider here. Either way works. So let me center this up. I'm going to make this a little bit bigger. And let's bring this in the center here. Okay, like that. So pretty cool, right? Okay, let's talk about a few other features. So let's say I wanted to make this bold, make it a little more thicker. So I'm going to click the bold key. Okay, pretty cool. If you like that, if you don't like it, just click it again. That'll undo it. All right. Underline this if you want. Make it italic. Okay. All right, so we know what send back and bring front is. You could also add more text on here if you want to, just like that. Okay, and if you want to delete it, just click on remove text. Okay, let's click on the image tab here and check this out. Again, this is to bring in some icons, or you could upload an image that you want to add in here if you want to. So let's take a look at the image filters here. So let me just click on this icon and let's check these out so I can make it grayscale, invert, remove white. That one doesn't have white. Sepia. Okay, blur, emboss. So like I was saying earlier, if your website background is this exact same color purple, you wouldn't be able to see it on this icon, and we have no way to change the colors. These are brought in as is, but you can use these image filters up here to maybe grayscale it. That way you could put it over that purple background. All right, so that's pretty cool. You want to undo anything, you just click the button again. Okay, so that's going to wrap up this training on using the logo software.